Hey everybody, Roxbox90 here. This is going to be kind of my what happened at the release video. I recorded a couple times last night. It didn't work. I don't know why, but it pissed me off, so I didn't do it last night. But I realized I was going through and I found the remains of my deck, so I decided I'd quickly show you guys what I ran. So when I got there, I was running a little late, and to tell you the truth, I wasn't really so into it at first, but I got my packs and I opened them and I got crap. I got a pretty sealed. Like it was nothing, no rares that were worth using. I think I had that Flair the Hellhound, but no good red to run with him, so it was kind of pointless. I did get 2 Lingering Souls, 2 Tragic Slips, so I was like, okay, so maybe I can run this deck. It's possible. I'm not going to lose. I got some good spirits. Maybe I could like run a blue-white and splash in some black, which is what I ended up doing. I ended up coming out with 24 cards in the main deck, which is actually kind of a little low. So usually I try to run more like 26, 28 cards in the deck. But in this case, I literally had nothing good else to go in, so I just put in whatever I could. And it played really well. So I'll show you guys the deck first, and I'll tell you how it did. So as I said, I took out the 2 Lingering Souls and Tragic Slips already, but they were in here. So just so you know, and they were great, really good cards. So why did I splash black? Because I know most people are like, why would you run 3-color? Well, obviously Tragic Slips are good, and I also got 2 Evolving Wilds, so it made it very viable. I don't think I ever really had mana trouble, so that was good. So land-wise, I had 2 Evolving Wilds, a bunch of plains, islands, and a couple of swamps. I forget the numbers, and then I put 1 Hinted Fengraf in with the hope that it could bring back my bombs, which I didn't really have any, but basically decent creatures. And it didn't really do anything the whole game. I think I got it 1 game in the whole tournament, which made it kind of So Black Cat, nice chump blocker, and forced to discard, which is useful, particularly where people can't really draw much because most people ran red green variants. Then I had Divination, solid draw. Artful Dodge was kind of in case a lot of the cards in my deck are flying, so if he had like that annoying Death Touch Spider that I can get through, and also if they had Werewolves, I could flash it, so twice, and then that would be 2 spells, and that would flip the Werewolf back. Silverclaw Griffin was just a bomb. It's pretty pathetic, right? This is like the best bomb in my deck. But it was pretty good, actually. I had 1 mirror matchup. It was okay, but whatever. 3 Niblis of the Mist. The other Nibbles is better. Nibbles of the Urn, I think it was called. But I didn't get any of those, so I had to run the Mist. And it was okay. It's a good flyer. 2 Tower Geists. MVP, by the way. Besides for Lingering Souls, I think this was the best card in the deck. Because by letting you look at the top 2 cards, put 1 in your hand, 1 in your graveyard, so I was able to, at sometimes, discard Lingering Souls or another flashback card and draw land or something I needed. And the 4 for 2/2 flying is already pretty decent. And then if I got the Draw's Gold Captain out, then it would be a 3/3 flying hexproof, which is pretty solid. So overall, in most games that I won because I had a Tower Geist in play. Headless Scob, big, mean. Whenever he resolved, he was able to handle werewolves, so he's good. Break the Day actually won me a couple games. It's pretty solid. I never used the Fateful Hour, though. Stormbound Geist is also pretty sick. Wish I got more of him. The Elgod Inquisitor, such a pain to play against. Seriously. So you really don't want to block him, because if he dies, you get a 1/1 flyer, and if I have the Dragon's Gold Captain out, then they're 2/2 flyer hexproof. But even so, he was such a pain, because I played against him. Like when he worked for me, yeah, it was great. When I played against him, very irritating. Sanctuary Cat, Ray of Revelation. Some people ran that passivism card and some curses. Like, so I wanted to have one in my deck just in case. Reap the Seagraph, flashback, and zombie. Altar the Lost for the flashback costs, and Lingering Souls, it pays for it right up. So it's good. Phase Shield is pretty solid because it can make your guy unblockable. And I never used Fateful Hour, but the Fateful Hour is cool too. But the main ability was pretty sick. And Avacyn's Collar. Really, I think I only had like 1 human in the deck, But the 1-0 in Vigilance was really nice with the flyers because I could handle most decks that ran flying had only a couple of the smaller flyers. So having a big flyer with this, particularly the Griffin, if I put this on the Griffin, 4/2 first strike flyer, really sick. So that was the deck. So the way it worked was the first round I won 2-0. I crushed an aggro deck into the ground. Second round was, I believe I won, but it was 2-1. And it was very lucky he misplayed. I think that's how it went. And then the third round, I played against a heavy-duty werewolf deck, and I just got, first game I got mana screwed, second game I had to mulligan down to 5, so we all know how that story ends. So I lost that to 0-2, and then the final round, we went 1-1, and we had to draw for 5th. So we decided to, we ran out of time, so we had to do that. And whatever, there's only the first 4 places. It was 10, 6, 3, 3 at pack winnings, so I didn't get anything, and I didn't pull anything of note. So it was just, I mean, it was fun. It was fun to play. The deck actually, what I liked about this set a lot was that even if you got nothing good in your rare category, you still could play because they had a lot of good commons and uncommons. Like the reason I splashed black, Reap the Seagraft, 1 Black Cat, and the 2 Tragic Slips, but really it was for the Tragic Slips, and they were great. They were amazing. Like, seriously. In fact, they were the only real response that you had playing Dark Ascension against Ghoultree, because Ghoultree was an MVP in this game. He was crazy. At least 3 decks ran him. Like, and if you got, most people who got him just used him, and he was really good and sealed. He comes out, and unless you have Tragic Slip, you're kind of dead. So, yeah. Anyway, that was the release. I'm going to be putting up a binder soon. I may do it later because I have another box to open, so those will probably go into the binder. Although, binder's really sorted, so I'll probably just stick them in the front. But yeah, so I'm going to open that later. And maybe I'll put up maybe I'll just show what I get there, and then I'll put the binders up now. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and Roxabox90 here as usual, signing off.